Hello everybody, this is Steve O'Reilly with SkinnyPost.com, and I am luckily joined today with Carlton Powell, defensive tackle now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carlton was a 2008 NFL Draft E in the 5th round by the Denver Broncos, and he spent some time with the Cleveland Browns and now finds himself in Tampa. How you doing today, Carlton? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, I'm doing outstanding, man. It's a great day out here in Tampa Bay.
Yep, you enjoying this nice South Florida weather?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Florida is a great place for me.
Good, good. All right, I wanted to start off and talk to you a little bit today about your techniques and some of the things that you do along the defensive line. When you started off with the Broncos in 2008, you know, it was a Mike Shanahan 4-3 style defense. And then when Mike Nolan and Josh McDaniels came aboard, they went to a 3-4, and that kind of moved you from the 3-technique defensive tackle to a nose tackle, nose guard position. What were the troubles, or what were the things that, you know, as far as your techniques and what you do best, how did that fit for you positively or negatively?
Well, going from a 4-3 to a 3-4, it's a bit of a change because with a 4-3, you got two defensive tackles in there as far as being in the interior of the line, and with a 3-4, it's just one. And so basically, you get more combo blocks along the line as a nose and a 3-4. So you're definitely going to get combo that's 2-on-1 every single time. There's rarely ever an instance where the nose will be single block. But at the 3-4, you know, you'll get your share of combos. But the fact that there's two interior linemen inside, you know, it's either one of you going to get double, one of you going to get single. So you actually have to know that in your technique. But and the 3-4 is also more of a read and react scheme instead of attack and react as far as in a 4-3. So you have to just know your keys, and it just made it was a little hard transition for me. You had to be like a certain weight, you'd be a little bit heavier, and I can't play it a certain way. So, you know, it was just a little different for me.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, you know, the coaches obviously they watch what your players' weight. I mean, regardless of what position you play, you know, they kind of monitor that. And is it difficult when they tell you to just gain weight or to lose weight and to play at a certain playing weight? I mean, you obviously have a preference as to where you want to be, you know, as far as playing weight. And then when the coaches want you somewhere else, you know, how do you handle that, you know, adversity?
Well, I mean, basically, you try to stick to what they say as much as possible. But for me, like playing at 325 pounds, that's probably not going to happen. That's not my ideal weight. That's just, I can't operate. Some players can, some players can't, you know. But just all that weight just wasn't natural for me. So it was just hard for me to maintain that and to keep playing as well as I could play.
Right. Now that you're down in Tampa, you're in a 4-3 scheme, something that probably better fits what you want to do at that 3-technique defensive tackle position. And obviously Tampa's brought in a couple of young defensive tackles. You know, they brought in McCoy, they brought in Price out from UCLA. So you got some young guys there, and there's probably going to be a lot of competition. You know, do you feel like you maybe have a leg up on some of these younger guys because you've been around the league and in different schemes and you kind of know what to expect?
Well, I wouldn't say I have a leg up, but because the 3-4 scheme, that's really none of that is going to help you in a 4-3 scheme at all. Because I mean, it's two different styles. But I mean, I think we're pretty much going to be starting off at the same level. You know, I mean, I've been around the competition a little bit longer, so as far as, you know, tempo and things like that, I might have a leg up. But I mean, everybody's got talent, and it's good that there's a lot of competition because that's going to breed the best players.
Yeah. Now, back in high school, I actually did a little research and saw that you played some linebacker when you were in high school. So how did you make that transition from linebacker to the interior defensive line?
Well, majority of my high school career, I played linebacker, just in case you didn't know. But, yeah, I mean, I was just really athletic. You know, I could, you know, chase the ball down, sideline to sideline, things like that. And I was still actually weighing around 290. And my senior year, the coaches came to me and it was like, you know, you're drawing a lot of attention from schools and stuff like that. They want to see how you play on the line because that's more than likely what you're going to play in college. And I was like, nah, I don't want to play on the line. I like linebacker too much. But eventually, you know, I just gave into their demands just to see what it was like. I mean, it was a little bit of a change. You know, I mean, the people are up on you a lot quicker. You got to hit every single play. You know, there's always somebody in your face, get off on the ball, things like that. But it wasn't that hard of a transition because basically on defense, you just hustle, run to the ball, make a tackle, you know, same thing.
Now, I saw some stats, and I don't know how accurate they are, but in college, there was a stat on you that said that every running play in your direction went for negative yardage. You had an average of negative yards on run plays. Is that something that you took a lot of pride in, being a run stopper and not letting guys get by you?
Oh, definitely. That was what I prided myself in. Anytime the ball came my way, either I was gonna make the play in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage. Nothing got past me. So basically, I just try to keep it at that, either behind the line or at the line, and that's how I played my whole career.
Right. Now that you're with Tampa, you probably talked to some of the coaches and got an idea for, what role they want you to play and their style of defense. Is it more of an attacking, they want you in the backfield kind of thing, or is it more of a, we want you to hold up double teams and let the linebackers flow to the direction of the play?
It's definitely an attack and react defense. You're getting up the field, you're disrupting, causing havoc, and you just play to the ball from there. So it's definitely more of an upfield defense.
Good stuff. Now, when you left Denver, you went to Cleveland, and you spent some time on their practice squad. What was that like as far as being a practice squad player and then sticking with it and keeping your mentality right so you could, get back into a regular roster and get back to doing what you want to do? Tell us a little bit about your mindset as far as staying positive and just knowing that you're going to eventually make it.
Yeah, you definitely have to go in there with a positive mindset because, just because you're on a practice squad, you're still a member of the team. Everybody has a role to play. Just like for every coach, there's an assistant coach, So basically, you just had to go out there and just have the mentality that I had to get better every day. And everything I'm doing right now is helping the team to get better, which in turn will help everybody else out. So you just got to go out there and stay focused. And you definitely have to be in the books and stuff, just studying just as much as the next guys, the guys that are actually playing on the 53-man roster, because you never know, injuries come up and then the coach just had to throw you in the game and he has to be confident that you will be able to play. So it's definitely a time to, show the coaches what you can do and show the team what you can do.
Now, how much time when you are, on the practice squad do you get to sit and, do you focus mostly then on like your technique and just say, man, I can really use this time to really hone in my skills and work on hand placement and work on, my weight and just get everything perfect and polish up, so to speak?
Yeah, you definitely have some time to do that, but a lot of times, when you're doing drills and stuff with the practice squad, you're emulating the opponent for that week. So you will have to study up on that opponent and try to emulate them as best as you can during practice so that the offense, well, being that I'm on defense, the offense will have a good look as I was emulating someone else on another team. So, as far as that part, you just have to just take your own time and work on your own things when you can. But when you're helping the team out, you got to do what you have to do.
Yeah. Have you ever picked up anything from somebody that was on a different team that you were studying and say, hey, that works good, I'm going to use that?
Oh, yeah, definitely seen guys do a couple moves that I like and had to add to the repertoire. Look there.
So now let's just rewind a little bit and go back to your Virginia Tech days. What was it like playing for Coach Beamer and all the knowledge and just great sense of football that he has? What were the things that you took from your college experience, now that you're in the NFL?
Oh, man, it was great playing for Beamer and all those coaches out there, man. One thing that I remember that always stuck with me, he would always say, you do the little things right, the big things will come. So there was absolutely nothing that was too small for him that if you didn't do it right, then, everybody would be in trouble. For example, if everybody didn't have their socks a certain length above their ankle braces, start practice over. Because he just wanted everybody to be a team. And, I never really understood what the whole purpose would be, but it just goes back to if you're doing the little things, the big things will come. And don't try to, move outside your position. Just play your position, and as a team, you make things work.
That's interesting stuff. Yeah, I have to agree with him. It's the little things, and one of the reasons that special teams at Virginia Tech has been the pinnacle of special teams play in college football. Is all the little things that he does. He has attention to detail at special teams, and you always watch a game, and they'll have a punt blocked or a kick return or something, and it changes the games in many instances. So I agree with him there. Well, Carlton, we want to thank you for your time today, and we really enjoy having you at skinnypost.com. We're going to be watching you up at Tampa, and we really hope you do some big things in 2010, and you have a young career that's blossoming, and we really wish you the best of luck this year and in the future.
All right, well, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Thanks for stopping by. This is Steve O'Reilly. That's Carlton Powell, and this is skinnypost.com, giving you the skinny 24/7.